Hi, you guys. Hey, I wanted to show you where I'm hanging out today. This is actually up in Eli's room. There is the big white tiger, forgetting his name right now, Bartholomew, actually. And then our turtle is in here hanging out under his bright light. They're going to join me for the read aloud today. I hope you guys are also joining me for the read aloud today. There we go. That worked out all right. Today's story is called Bravery Soup, and there's lots of little animals in this story as well. So that's partly what made me think to come upstairs and hang out with Apollo. Bravery Soup. Carlin was afraid of everything. He was afraid of bumps in the night, of trying new things, of being alone. He was afraid of his own shadow. Some of you may feel afraid of some of those things sometimes. You need a bit of bravery, said his friend Zach, and I know right where you can get it. Early the next morning, Zach led Carlin to the edge of the woods. There they saw Big Bear, the bravest animal in the land. He was standing by a fire, stirring a big pot of soup. So, you want some bravery, do you? Asked Big Bear. Yes, stammered Carlin. Well, I am mixing up a batch of bravery soup right here, but I'm missing an important ingredient. Will you get it for me? Asked Big Bear. Well, will it make me brave? Asked Carlin. Most certainly, said Big Bear, but your journey will not be easy. You must go alone through the forbidden forest to Skulk Mountain. On the mountaintop you will see a cave. In the cave you will find a box. Bring that box to me. Carlin gasped. Alone? The forest? The cave? His knees were shaking. You're braver than you think, said the bear. Oh, he's looking nervous. When the animals heard that Carlin was venturing into the forbidden forest alone, they all gathered around him. Here is armor to protect you from the wild beasts. Here is a basket of food. The forest is full of poisonous plants. Here is a raft to cross the raging river. Here is a big stick to fight the fierce monster that lives in the cave. Oh, I think his friends are trying to be helpful. Wild beasts? Poison? A raging river? A fierce monster? Oh, Carlin's whole body shuddered. Then he remembered Big Bear's words. You are braver than you think. Now or never, Carlin thought. Slowly, he walked into the thick forest. Look at his great preparation. I love the armor. And the basket of food. His friends waited for a while, growing more and more worried. It is much too dangerous for little Carlin, they said. They decided to go search for him. Oh boy. As Carlin's friends entered the forest, they came across the armor. Oh no, he's hurt. They found the basket of food untouched. Oh my goodness, he must be starving. Then they spotted the raft floating at the river's edge. Oh no, the river has swept him away. Boy, his friends seemed very, very nervous. But Carlin was not hurt. He had soon realized that he could not walk fast wearing the heavy armor. I can flee the beasts more quickly without it, he thought. So he took the armor off. Carlin was not starving. As he walked along, he noticed animals and birds feasting on fruits in the forbidden forest. He saw some strawberries. Well, I can eat these, he thought. So he dropped the heavy basket and ate all the delicious fruit. I think he's realizing that the forbidden forest has lots to offer him. Carlin had not been swept away. When he came to the raging river, he found that a tree lay over the water. He tossed the raft aside. Carefully, he began to make his way across. He took one tiny step and then another until he finally reached the other side. I did it, he cheered. Carlin looked up. There before him was Skulk Mountain. So he made it across the river and to the mountain. Carlin trudged on. The mountain was covered with thick bushes and vines. He broke his stick, cutting a path. Then he spotted giant footprints. Carlin had discovered the monster's cave. Trembling, he entered. Oh my goodness, look at his big shadow. Minutes later, his friends found the broken stick by the mouth of the cave. Oh no! He's been eaten by the monster! But Carlin had not been eaten by the monster. He peered into the cave and squinted his eyes. There on the ground was the box. Just then, something moved from the shadows. Oh, the monster! Terrified, Carlin hid behind a pile of rocks, and suddenly one of the rocks tumbled over. The sound made the monster jump and howl. Who is it? He whimpered. Well, what do you want? Carlin had cast a long, spooky shadow. Could this scary monster be afraid of me? He thought. My name is Carlin, Carlin said in his deepest, loudest voice. I came for the box. This box? The monster tossed the box towards Carlin. Take it, he said. Please, just don't hurt me. Carlin grabbed the box and ran from the cave, bumping right into his friends. Run! The monster! They all raced down the mountain, over the river, through the forest, and back to the edge of the woods. Oh my goodness, what an adventure. At last, the tired animals gathered around Big Bear's fire. Carlin carried the precious box. Now it is time, said Big Bear. Open the box. Carlin pried off the lid. The box was empty. Carlin was sad. Oh, I'm so sorry, Big Bear. I didn't get the secret ingredient for bravery. Oh, but you did, said Big Bear with a smile. The box was always empty. Do you mean my journey was for nothing? Said Carlin in surprise. Oh, your journey was not for nothing, said Big Bear. You faced the forest and you faced your fear. It is not what is inside the box that makes bravery. It is what is inside of you. So what about the Bravery Soup? Asked Carlin. It's called Bravery Soup because I only serve it to the brave, said Big Bear. I am brave, said Carlin, and he held up his bowl. That's a great little story. Bravery Soup. All right, see you later. I'm going to go hang out with Bartholomew and Apollo.